So, Albert, I'm sure you remember us the last time we came and we were talking about food, and you had so many good things to tell us about food, what you remember growing up
Yeah.
and how you would eat and the foods that you had. So, can you tell me what was your favorite food that your mom or your auntie or somebody that you took care of you prepared when you were growing up?
The food happy, but
Mhm.
when I was some was happy. Terry
Yeah.
was happy, but I don't know how to equal that.
Did you ever help your mom or your aunt or who cooked for you most of the time?
His mom and my second oldest sister,
Okay. What was your second oldest sister's name?
Victoria,
Victoria. And how old were you?
10, 11, I guess.
That's when you remember her cooking for you?
Mhm.
Okay. And what was the favorite thing? What did she prepare that was the best that you would remember?
You know, she used to make bread.
Okay.
Yeah.
Homemade bread.
Mm-hmm.
So what was a typical meal for you when you were growing up that your sister and your mom prepared?
Well,
Yeah.
I can't really say what it was really typical.
Yeah.
Some of
Yeah.
this, some of that off and on.
And what was some of this?
I remember the soup made of dried deer meat
Dried deer meat? Okay.
and all turnips in there.
Okay.
I think the dried squash was in there with potatoes, corn.
Mhm.
Did a soup out of that.
Okay.
Yeah.
Did you help prepare dry
I
those
never
foods?
helped dry the meat. I knew how to do that.
Okay. How,
I learned that from my grandmother and
Yeah.
my mother.
okay. How did they? Because I had somebody describe it to me once. Marie Lamb. I don't know if you ever knew her. She's quite a bit older than you are, but she would take a big chunk of meat and then she would cut it.
Yeah.
Kind of roll it.
Yeah.
Is that how you did yours?
Yeah.
Oh, I never really did mine.
Yeah.
You,
I just cut a
go ahead.
piece of meat. I did cut it.
Yeah.
If I put it in a square, I'd take it down so far as the square that got around the edge, back and forth.
Okay.
They have a strip you look hang over the railing, outside railing, to dry in the sun. Salt it down to keep the fire, salt, pepper on it.
Okay.
Make bapa, we call it.
Okay.
There are different ways of making bapa. You just keep slice it thin. It's meat thin and spread out. What kind of piece of meat it is. Oh, it's just thin.
Mhm.
And then you just add it over. Put it out in the sun on the rack.
Okay. So
Yeah.
was it mostly deer that you did, or was there other kinds of meat that you did?
Once in a while, Dad would butcher a cow. We'd make it out of cow meat.
Did you ever do antelope?
Yeah.
Just once, that's what comes in.
Yeah.
Did you use any? So when you made like papa soup, and did you make wasna out of your dried meat?
Oh, yeah, we had different kinds of wasna.
What kind? Tell me about
Meat-
the wasna.
Meat wasna. You take that, it's a grinder.
Mhm.
Grind it up.
Yeah.
And you use sugar on it.
Yeah.
And sweeten it up. You dry it, of course you dry it.
Yeah.
Some you dry that up.
Yeah.
Some you can pound it.
So on the meat wasna that you helped, you said that you ground it up. Did you dry that like in patties, or did you dry it like in a big pan? Or
We dry the meat over a rack,
okay,
strips of meat, and you grind that up. I don't know how they made that wasna.
so did
Yeah.
you have to get the tallow separate, or did you have that from butchering something else?
I was trying to save it from the cow or something.
So then, how did they dry that? Did they dry it in little patties, or did they put it in a big pan?
Some they
Yeah.
made curry patties.
Yeah. Yeah.
That's when they pounded them anyway.
So did you ever have any other kinds of wasna? Somebody told me once about corn wasna.
Oh,
Yeah.
that's from ground corn. I don't remember how they really made it.
When was there certain occasions when you had this food, or did you just eat it regular?
Usually in the fall.
Did you ever help make corn wasna?
I had to learn how to make it.
Was there certain occasions when you ate this food, or did you just have it regular, just in the fall when it was available?
Usually in the fall.
But it wasn't like because there was a big gathering of people or an
Oh, we
event.
used to go to gatherings. Definitely.
So what kind of food would you bring to that?
We never took our own food. They always had the food down to the camp. They wanted to come to the community, that building, and they'd have a meal, usually soup.
What kind of soup?
Oh, everybody had a dry meat, potatoes and squash, corn.
So did they just have it so you could eat anytime you wanted, or did you have to eat it?
At a certain time, you set for meals.
Okay.
It's like there's a white man sitting at a table, and he didn't have enough table. He sit along the wall.
Sure. Did everybody have to bring their own cups and plates?
Well, they always had enough at that meeting house.
Okay. So they provided those for you?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. So, and then what did you drink the water just from the creek?
It was right next to the river.
Okay. So you just had fresh water?
Mm-hmm.
And did they ever have fish?
Went to our own day fish.
Mhm.
We never took any fishing pole with us. We had a little creek around, tried fishing there, but I didn't get it. Little tiny bullet.
Mhm.
But
You are.
once I 2 or 3 years old, so that don't last very long. But it's something to eat anyway.
How did you prepare the bullhead when you were little like that? Did you do it, or did your mom and sister do it?
Mom used to do that.
How'd she fix it?
Cut the head off and
Yeah.
slice it down the back
Mhm.
and fry it like that.
Just fried it, huh?
And half and half like that.
So-
I had
Did you eat much fish growing up?
I didn't eat too much of it.
Mhm.
We never had that little creek. We never had no catfish. Of course, you can catch it out down by the river at that camp. I never did try fishing down there.
But they never had it for like big meals or anything.
Well, turnips used to have. It's about the second week in June. There's two plants. They look alike, but the wild turnips are darker green than the other plant, and the leaves are kind of little fuzzy.
The regular turnips
Yeah,
are
and
fuzzy.
then they have a little flower here and there once in a while.
Mhm.
2 or 3. They come in a little brown, maybe about big as my thumb, like that. A cone, 3 or 4 of them on there. They blossom out, and blossom on top. And what I did do with the blossoms and everything, when I dug them, I take those blossoms, I put them underneath where I dug it up for a future plant.
Oh, okay.
That's that. I never know if they really grow or not. I never did go back and check the same spot. We had a ranch and we used to ride all over the hills.
So it was like you were seeding next year's crop. Okay. Yeah, that's cool. So then how long did the turnips keep? Did you keep them all winter long, or did you keep
Well,
them?
you can dry them in the fall. If you like to cut them so thick, or the thickness how you want it. You can dry them like that and dry them on a string. Just too far apart like that and hang those out and string them out and tie them on the end, let them dry.
Okay.
Out in the sunshine and save those for in the fall. That's what you cook up.
And they were already chopped and ready to go in the soup then.
Huh?
They were already chopped and ready to go in the soup
Yeah,
then.
all diced up.
Yeah, sure. That sounds good. What other things do you remember drying outside?
Oh, they're made turnips. The dried cherries, the patted made cherry patties. Dried those outside. And my mother and sister, second older sister, they all made wojapi. That's out of the cherries or the plums.
What did they serve it with, the wojapi?
They boil they boil the cherries,
Yeah.
right up on, but they squeeze that juice out.
Okay.
Yeah.
They make it, they make, add a little sugar to it, not all they put in, and then you cook that. So,
Did
Yeah.
you just eat that like pudding?
yeah, that's what it was, a pudding.
Yeah.
I used to go picking cherries, plums. I wasn't until later years, that when we lived down along the creek.
Do you remember seeing other kinds of wild fruits and vegetables down there? Did you ever see wild beans growing?
Wild beans.
None? Florence Arpan used to talk about wild beans growing. I don't know where she ever saw them.
Wild grapes.
Yeah, okay, wild grapes.
Yeah, yeah,
How
yeah.
about strawberries? Did you ever see wild strawberries?
Mm.
Did you
Yeah.
ever do sand cherries?
Sand cherries only seen once.
So did
Yeah.
you ever do buffalo berries?
Yeah, they're in buffalo berries.
Yeah.
From close by the house where our most recent spot where we lived, where we came from anyway, before we came in this area.
How do you remember putting up buffalo berries? Did you do those the same as choke cherries? Did you
Yeah.
We
put
never
them into?
we never seen you see them trees there, one here and there, but they don't get you let the buffalo berries off them.
There wasn't very many. Yeah. So you never had enough to put like into wasna or to
No,
patties.
not that much. No.
So did you ever pick wild onions?
Yeah, I've seen those. They're little tiny ones.
What would you
Yeah.
like young people to know about the food that you grew up on?
Oh,
Yeah.
there's some wild mushrooms.
Oh, okay.
And pick those off a box salad tree. Well, you can put it in soup, or you can take them and slice them to come. Now they come in different sizes. You can get it. That's the
Yeah.
biggest one I found. Outside the tree, right in front of one of the bunkhouses. I sit there with a friend of mine, lady friend of mine, at night visiting. I happened to look up on that one, that tree, and that one limb. There's a great big one. There's a box on a tree. Great big one, worked right there. Sitting right up on that limb.
Oh,
Look
boy.
at that mushroom, I said. You
Yeah.
eat that? I never did.
Yeah.
You can dice it up. Put it in soup or you can fry it in butter. But they
Yeah.
call it saute.
Yeah, okay. So you sauteed it, huh?
What's the difference? Fried it.
Did you do that? How often did you? I mean, is there a certain time of year that you can get the wild mushrooms, or is it just like in the spring or the fall? What time of the year do you get those?
You can get them in the fall.
So, what would you want if you were to tell young people about the way that you ate growing up? What would you want them to know?
Eat a lot of wool shopping.
Eat it. It's good stuff, huh? What
I was thinking about that a couple of days ago.
is the wojapi different now than it was when you were growing up?
They told me they had some here a couple of times before. I don't know who brought it.
Yeah.
Made with the choke cherries.
Mhm.
Okay. So, was there any food that you ate at your house that you don't remember anybody else having? Was there like a dish that
What's I do?
was special to your house? Was there a favorite dish that everyone looked forward to?
Well, not really favorite, just something drinking they would come to us a season. I mean, put it that way.
So what did you eat in the winter time?
Yeah.
Oh, that's the store.
You had to go to the store.
Yeah.
If you could encourage people to eat differently now, how would you have them eat?
I could
Yeah.
hear on every now and then.
How long would a deer last you?
Hey, it left me quite a while.
Yeah.
That was recent years. The last one,
Yeah.
we had a freezer and everything.
Did
Yeah.
you keep a garden after you were living by yourself?
Mhm.
Did you still grow a garden?
I couldn't. I'm up there in the buttes, on the ravines. There's shell rock in there. Here and there.
Yeah.
And it rains, I was washing some of that oil off of that. It comes down the hills, comes right down through the place, right down through the houses. Leave
Yeah.
that oil there. They can't find it.
Do you think people could go back to eating traditionally?
I don't.
Do you think they should try? Should they learn it? Should they know how to do it?
It's up to them, I guess.
So when they made soup, what they had wasna soup. What other kind of soups did they make?
We all had it on either beef or deer meat.
Mm-hmm.
And, when you shot the deer,
Yeah.
very often you got a deer so once in a while.
Uh-huh.
You had him look in the window at me one time. I never knew it. I was sitting at the table, little square table sitting there, and the door sitting off that right. That door was open, the screen door, and sitting there. He won. All of a sudden, see the deer walk, young deer walk by the outside the doorway.
Yeah.
On the front porch, had a rug, so it was quiet.
Uh-huh.
You know, step on that. Just about a couple of steps to the corner. A deer was so standing, he looking at something. I didn't look around to see what he's looking at. I clapped my hands. Easy jump. And that's when the other two out, further out. Another yearling, they were twins. Another one and a mother was standing a little further back over.
Mm-hmm.
I didn't look over to see it. I clapped my hand, and they both ran. You ran after them. They went back into the trees. My nephew shot a wild turkey down by the creek one time.
Mm-hmm.
He brought it back home, gave it to me. I had a wild turkey anyway. That was my Thanksgiving.
Oh, how did you prepare it?
I cleaned it and everything, and I put it in the pan and roasted it just the way I could have. Some potatoes, carrots and stuff there, kind of with some water in the bottom, and then I put it on 400 degrees, and
Was it
Okay.
pretty good?
it turned out pretty good.
Uh-huh.
It got well done anyway.
Yeah, I bet it did. So you said you ate turkey and pheasants and grouse.
Yeah,
Mm-hmm.
grouse. One time,
Yeah.
I was walking around. And I carried my 22 semi-automatic.
Yeah.
Walking there, I seen him.
Yeah.
He one of them.
Yeah.
Grouse, we call them prairie chicken. Clucking away. I heard that.
Yeah.
I went looking down. I seen it sitting up in the tree in the one limb. You can still see it as clearly out in that limb against the hill on that side, but back side of it.
Mm-hmm.
I took my gun and I walked over to a fence post in the yard. My gun up there and sighted in on it. I shot. It fell out of the tree.
Mm-hmm.
I hit it right behind the head. Right through the neck. Got me a little pot of soup.
Yeah.
Oh, cottontails, these are coming on. I used to have some in the wintertime.
So when you got
There's one time we was hunting. One winter. We sat up all night cleaning. Got
44.
44.
So did you dry those, or how did you prepare those? How did you prepare 44 cottontails?
We just dried them.
Oh, you dried them.
Mm-hmm. And boiled them later.
Okay.
We did have. We fried them good.
So when you dried them, then you just did it like you did the
Just hang
deer?
them by the hind legs, gut them and wash them off. Have all the hide off, cut the head off,
Uh-huh.
hang them up whole like that.
Yeah, well, thank you for all of your information. This has been interesting.
Still don't know how to make soup.
Sounds like you know how to make soup to me.